Let's discuss this and much more with a main player in shaping our potential future, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. It's good to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me back, Chris.
So you have had a dance when it comes to saying things on Twitter or on the internet that people don't want you to say, and things being restricted or shadow banned or whatever you want. What do you think people need to understand about the state of play with where law and culture should meet on what's being called content moderation on social media?
Well, I have a case now that just won in the Court of Appeals called Biden versus Kennedy, Kennedy versus Biden, where I successfully sued the president for censoring, for ordering the social media sites to censor me and to deplatform me 37 hours after he took the oath of office, swearing to uphold the Constitution of the United States. President Biden had people within his White House staff contacting Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google, the other social media sites, and pressuring them to remove my posts. And my posts, they said originally, well, it's because he's posting misinformation, but they were not able to point to a single post that I had posted that was actually factually erroneous, and they had to make up a new word called malinformation, which is information that is accurate but is nevertheless inconvenient to the government. And so you had the U.S. government doing something unprecedented, which is to pressure social media sites, media sites to censor political speech.
I put up the tweet what it was for people, Bobby, just for people at home. One, Bobby's referring to what this case is. It's before the Supreme Court right now, what the line is between persuasion and coercion. And here is his tweet. Now, look, the criticism is that Hank Aaron's family said it wasn't about COVID, his death, that it was natural causes. But be that as it may, whether it's right or wrong, it's about whether the idea has a right to be aired and vetted by the public or not. Do you believe there should be any limitations beyond what is already legal, like kiddie porn?
Well, I don't think the government should be involved. The social media sites are welcome to have programs or processes or community rules that where they can censor stuff. But once the government gets involved, then the First Amendment is implicated. And what the government was doing with the social media sites is it was threatening to revoke their Section 230 protection. As you pointed out, Section 230, if I come on your show, Chris, and I say something defamatory about somebody, that person can sue not just me, but your television show. Or when I publish something in the New York Times, every time I publish something, a lot of lawyers would come in and vet it, and I'd spend an hour or two on the phone just for an 800-word op-ed. So the social media sites, when it was evolving, when the legislation was being passed, if we can't do that, we cannot have lawyers vet every single post that goes up on our site. And Congress agreed, and they said, you're not that guy, you're a carrier. So we're going to give you immunity where you can still sue the person who defamed you, but you cannot sue the company. Well, what the Biden administration was doing was it was saying to Mark Zuckerberg and others, we are going to revoke that protection. And Mark Zuckerberg said, yeah, that would be existential for us. It would destroy our company. So, of course, the social media sites are going to do what they say now. Social media sites ought to be able to police their sites, to take off kiddie porn, to take off advocates of violence or racism or whatever. But once the government gets involved and tells them what to do, then, we have a First Amendment problem, and that should never happen.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.